How you doing?
I'm Gooch. How are you guys?
Doing good. Always doing good, man. Serge, you doing good?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm like in the middle of all these different duties. We went to go take our passport pictures and just now, and then got a band practice jam after this. So
Oh, okay. So, okay, perfect. So, well, I'm glad everybody's doing good because that's always a good thing, first
hmm
and foremost. But yeah, man, I definitely, I just really, feel like, starting the podcast with you guys, because it's very rare that you come, across a group of people, who like the same thing you like or who's really consistent, and who really wants to do it. So I
Yeah,
think this is like the perfect opportunity for us, to do something great and to do something good. So even if a lot of people don't watch it or like it's something for us. So I that's why I wanted to do it with you guys. So I wouldn't have felt right at all doing it with anybody else. So I
awesome.
just want to let you guys know I appreciate you guys.
we appreciate you
Okay.
too.
Yeah, we love this stuff, man.
Yeah. See, that's good to hear. But yeah, man. Well, like I said, I'll go ahead and introduce myself because to those who will be watching, um, my name is Donald Gully. I represent the Godzilla Nerds. 1954 on YouTube. That's where you can find me. You can also find me on Instagram. And I'll let the other two hosts, which Nick and Sir, introduce themselves, and we'll get on with this podcast, man.
Uh, I'm Nick. I'm a big Godzilla fan. I love being here with these two guys, man. Awesome. Serge?
I'm Serge, and I've been a Godzilla fan since probably '89. So
Wow.
quite a long time, quite a long time, and it's a good time to be a Godzilla fan. That's for damn sure.
Heck yeah. It really is. Like, when you just sit back and think about it, it's like Godzilla is like finally getting the recognition that he deserves. It's like, yes,
hmm
this is like, the moment that we've been waiting for. But I guess we can go ahead and dive right in. The long anticipated Godzilla
Mm-hmm.
versus Kong film. It finally, we finally got to see it. Everybody got a chance to see it. Did really well at the box office. Did really well as a MonsterVerse film. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of nervous about it. About the reviews, about the critics, and sometimes, is we say that we don't think about it, but we do because we want more Kong movies. We want more
Godzilla
Godzilla movies.
movies.
Yeah. So, the first question I want to start off, anybody can answer. Nick, you can go first, sir. You can go first. Was Godzilla versus Kong everything it turned out to be?
Yeah, for me it was. For me it was. I got to see my two big guys that I grew up seeing as a child, you know, going at it.
Right.
Something I've always wanted to see, but now they got it on the big screen where everybody got to see it. And now look, you got millions of dollars and everything coming in because of that movie.
Yeah. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. What about you, sir? How did you feel about Godzilla versus Kong?
Oh man, I mean, I had been waiting for that rematch since I started watching Godzilla movies, so I'm pretty sure I saw that one in about. I know it's been out for a very, very long time, but I probably saw that movie in about 1990. So I was telling everybody I've been waiting for this rematch for years, for just about 3 decades, and it did not disappoint. Um, I mean, you love a movie when even after you've seen it at the theater, you just keep watching it over and over again, which we all, we had the opportunity with HBO Max. So yeah, did it deliver? Yeah, it did. It did not disappoint.
Okay, that's good to hear. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest. Going into the movies, I wasn't necessarily nervous about the movie itself. I was more so nervous of like, man, like is Godzilla gonna lose? Because I wasn't 100% sure he was gonna win. So I'm like, look, I've been waiting for this rematch, like you said. Like I can't stand watching Kong just swim away, and I don't see my boy Godzilla in the water. So and when they got to the Hong Kong bout, I was like, I was kind of nervous. I was like, Godzilla, you got to pull this out because I waited so long for you to get your revenge. But it happened though, so I was satisfied. I was satisfied with the film. I thought it was great. Like I thought it was awesome. I can watch it over and over and over again. Um, what about Kong's personality? Like at the beginning, you see him kind of just laying down, chilling, scratching his butt. How did y'all feel? Like, was the personality spot on, or was it some things that Adam Wingard did with Kong that kind of surprised you guys?
What he did kind of surprised me. Like, it shocked me. Like, wasn't expecting Kong to wake up, scratch his butt, then take a tree and just like tomahawk it right through something. I was like, whoa, caught me completely off guard. I didn't even know he was in the dome until he threw the tree into it. That was crazy, but it was awesome.
Yeah, it was. It was. It was pretty cool. What about you, sir? Was anything that Adam Wingard did that just made you say, "Wow"?
Well, I think he really did. Well, him and then also the people who did all the CGI and stuff. They just did a killer job with Kong's expressions, his facial expressions. Yeah, just they knocked it out of the park with that. Yeah, and then also, yeah, you see him just chilling out in the very, very beginning of the movie, and it was cool. It was cool. I think they did a great job um, conveying his emotions without him actually being able to say anything, apart from, of course, sign language, right? But they did a good job of just giving him a personality.
Yeah, they did.
Sign language shocked me.
Hmm.
That one
Yeah,
came out of
yeah, same
nowhere.
here. Didn't see that coming.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I think I think what gave me the goosebumps is when Gia and Kong were communicating, and I forgot what's the lady name that came out there before they touched fingers or right after they touched fingers. She came out and she was like, "Well, Kong, know what you're saying." That gave me goosebumps.
Hmm.
I was like, "Wow, that's crazy that he was already understanding because she thinks she's trying to teach him, but he's kind of already know what's going on, what's being said." And I thought that really caught me off guard.
Well, I think it put a different kind of dynamic on the movie, something that was maybe not necessarily more realistic, but I guess relatable, because normally we think about Godzilla versus anybody, and it's Godzilla versus another kaiju, another Titan, something like him, versus a creature, Kong, that can actually communicate with humans.
Right.
And so this is just, I mean, it's just different. We just hadn't seen this before, um, like that. So that was something new, and that was awesome to see in this movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was really awesome. And I think another unique thing about Adam Wingard, well, if you watch the trailer, us Godzilla fans, diehard Godzilla fans, we've seen Godzilla whether he's good, whether he's bad. My favorite Godzilla is the Godzilla that's causing destruction. So when the trailer first came out, you see people like, "Oh my God, Godzilla's like the bad guy." To me, I'm enjoying it. Like if he's gonna destroy cities, he's gonna destroy ships and buildings. I am all for it. So for me, the nostalgia in this film was Godzilla playing that villain role. How well do you think Adam Wingard did as far as making Godzilla menacing? Because it's more of a Kong film, but Godzilla presence is felt in this film.
Well, I think he did it well with Godzilla causing all the chaos and everything, which was pretty much what I've been dying to see. So far,
Hmm.
he's two straight movies. He's been the good guy and everything, but now we see that there's humans that can provoke him and show his you know true side. The one that he used to be was destruction, which
Right.
we all loved. That's the only reason why we got into it was the destruction, the flames and everything. But
Yeah.
we see in the movie why he was, aggravated so much. They were building his evil twin, sitting in the basement.
Yeah. You're right. You're right.
What about you, Serge?
I I mean it. I think, like you said, in the past two movies, he was more of a good guy slash force of nature. It wasn't in his nature at the time to really destroy anything or do anything with intent like that. So I think most of us fans had just been kind of waiting for it. So by the time this movie came around, when he finally, you see him, cruising up to a city and then unleashing his atomic blast on it, it was wild, because we're here thinking, shoot, what happened? What is he doing?
Yeah.
Kind of like, what is he doing? This is awesome. And just trying to figure out what's going on, and also just being in awe of the destruction, which, like you said, Nick, I mean, the fire and explosions and stuff, that drove us wild as kids, right? I mean, it still does. Still does. We still love action movies like that. So to see Godzilla do this now was awesome.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was nothing short. It was nothing short of awesome. I really, really enjoyed Godzilla just being destructive. Like he was like, and I would say even King of the Monsters, he was more so. Well, I mean, he's good, but you can kind of see he's already mad throughout the whole movie. Because for one, he's got to fight King Ghidorah. So wherever Godzilla pulls up, he already got an attitude. He's mad. We see the same thing in Godzilla versus Kong. So I thought that was really, really unique, and I'm glad that we finally got to see that side of Godzilla in the MonsterVerse. And I thought Adam Wingard did a good job of taking advantage of it. Like if I was a movie director and it was like, look, let Godzilla destroy things, I'm all for it. Okay, you're gonna let me play with Godzilla how I want to? All right, good. We got a good movie.
Mhm.
We got a really, really good movie. So yeah, I thought that was awesome. Favorite fight scene, sir? Go for it.
Oof. Favorite fight scene. I really loved. That's really hard because they're all awesome. I want to say that my favorite scene was Godzilla and Kong out at sea, but I love the way the Hong Kong looked at night with them fighting in it
Ooh, that
so
shirt is
much.
fire.
This shirt is so comfortable. That's also the best thing about
Wow.
it.
That shirt
It's
is
super
fire.
comfortable. Yeah, this is the what is it? Cavity colors shirt. And
Wow.
that's why I got it, because you see the light. I mean, this is from the movie, right? You see the lights of the city, all the neon stuff,
Yep.
and I just love that color palette. And then also too, I was always just a old school fan of like Adam Wingard, Godzilla's Atomic Breath. So seeing that at night was just freaking awesome. That, and also getting to see um, Godzilla in a different fight mode than we've ever seen before, where
Yeah.
it just goes into complete animal savagery mode. And that, right, I think right there, that is my favorite scene. I could watch that clip over and over again because it's just so cool. And that's because he's not even using the atomic breath at that time.
What about you, Nick? Your favorite fight scene in Godzilla versus Kong?
I would say the one out in the sea, but I have to go with Serge. Like,
Okay.
yeah, we got to see Godzilla in his natural element in the water, but I don't think nothing tops off that Hong Kong fight, man. And the way he blasted all the way through to the hollow earth, man, just
That is a great scene.
that was the
Oh yeah.
greatest scene. And then hitting Kong in the shoulder with his beam, perfect. I was expecting like a full body hit, but the shoulder hit was even better because it made him do like a whole 180 fall. And then when Godzilla, oof, it hurt me. But when Godzilla popped his shoulder out of the socket and you heard that pop, that hurt me. That
Oh
hurt me.
yeah. That was like you can hear it too. Like when he just ran into the building. I'm kind of with you guys. For some reason, I will say this: I have watched the sea battle more than I've watched the Hong Kong battle. But the more and more I think about it, I have to lean towards the Hong Kong battle, simply because you have two of the best kaiju in the history of kaiju going at it, one on one, fair fight. No interference. No one intervenes. It's just them. The best, kaiju wins. And the more and more I watch that battle, the more and more I love Kong's scene when he hits Godzilla with the axe. Like I just the way they pulled that off, I mean, it was amazing. I loved it. I love the neon colors. You can actually see what was going on. And I just loved how Godzilla would just fire off that atomic breath. Like even how he was blue, eyes blue, neck blue, everything blue. Like Godzilla looked it really, really tough in that city. So I would say the Hong Kong battle, but the sea battle is all the battles were good. Okay,
Mhm.
so it's just kind of hard to be. It's all of them good. Like when they fight Mechagodzilla, that's good too. So, but it's definitely the Hong Kong because it's a winner takes all at that point. It's just those two. So I would say the Hong Kong battle. I would definitely go with the Hong Kong battle. Um, we also got a chance to see the Hollow Earth in this movie. So how
Hmm.
did you guys feel about the Hollow Earth? Like, was it everything you guys thought it was be? What surprised you about the Hollow Earth?
Serge gets to answer this one first.
Are we well initially I mean we've never seen anything like that in the Godzilla movies before. Um so I don't know that any of us were really sure what to expect, but it delivered though. I mean, once they got in there, I think what tripped me out is how they got there and how they went through what seemingly looked like this
Alaska.
almost portal-like thing. Yeah, when they went down through Antarctica, but it just looked so cool. It just, um, how there was land, earth on the ground, but then it was also on the ceiling,
Right.
and with those what looked like the meteor field just up there, just chilling, and then Kong also going up there and then flipping in reverse up there. Uh, Man, that was so cool, and that was just something that we had never seen before. Hadn't seen it in the MonsterVerse. Well, we saw not a glimpse of it, but we saw something like it with Godzilla and his lair. But I mean, this was a whole other world,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
within the
Yeah.
earth, and it was just wild, super cool looking. Um, I mean, if you ask me to imagine the Hollow Earth myself, I couldn't have done any better than that. That's what Adam Wingard did with that. It was far beyond my imagination, and I think he killed it. I think he killed it with that.
Yeah, he definitely did. I agree with you. How you feel about the Hollow Earth, Nick? Anything surprised you? Anything just made you say, "Wow"? Like, I mean, I'm in love with this place. Like, what made you fall in love with the Hollow Earth?
Hmm. I, Pretty much everything. Like Serge said, everything was in reverse. You had rocks floating. You had Kong jumping to grab it, and then just boom, reverse starts falling down. And then you got to see Kong's lair, where his ancestors used to be, where the battle axe was sitting. You got to see his history. Like that doorway was all his. You had
Hmm.
Kong protecting everything down there. So apparently that's probably where some of his ancestors died. Not due to fighting, probably more of natural causes like old age.
Right. Yeah.
And you got to see, two kaiju sitting there. You had the war bats, and then you had I don't know what people have been calling this thing.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. The
Doug,
little.
Yeah,
Doug.
Yeah.
you had him sitting there, but I'm telling you that's Godzilla's child just chilling down there. Mark my
It
words.
has to be a Godzilla.
But that Hollow Earth, Adam Wingard, applause to you, bro. You hit everything on point.
Yeah. He definitely did. And when because I watched it in the movie theaters, and I know you did, Nick, but sir, you can probably attest to this. But when you just sit in the theater, it was like, wow, you knew it was a different world. That's how magical it looked, right? Like, I mean, even the theme of the Hollow Earth, it was a beautiful scenery. Um, we saw more Titans down there, like the Nazukis or War Bats, whatever they want to call it, and we even got to see other monsters down there. And I think what's good about the Hollow Earth, it's going to be really, really easy to make more movies off of that because there's so many ideas that they can come up with, so many different monsters who's probably been down there that they don't know about. So, I mean, and we don't know how big the Hollow Earth is. There's no telling how big it is, right? And I agree with you too, Nick. We got to see everything from, where Kong's, ancestors used to live, how he got the axe. Like we got to see so much in the Hollow Earth in just a little bit of short time. Like even when he was jumping, he was kind of floating. Like that was cool. Like touching the rocks, like that was cool. So, and I think too, if you pay a close attention to that scene, Kong is kind of like trying to figure it out himself. Like, can I touch this rock? Okay, he touches the rock. Okay, well, can I jump into the other, part of the Hollow Earth? And he just jumps and he's floating. So I thought,
I think
Adam
that's one of the things
Wingard.
that made it so cool was that not only did it just look awesome, but you could see Kong's interaction with the environment, and you could see his expression on looking at everything, thinking, "What the hell is this? This is crazy. This is new." You could see how inquisitive he was about it, and so I think you could feel that. And also, I think too, and I know some people have their opinions about this, but for me, I mean, it's a monster movie, right?
Right.
That's kind of automatically in the sci-fi area, right?
Right.
Slash action. And I think when we see the Hollow Earth, that's when this movie legit became a sci-fi movie. If it wasn't in there, it'd be a little bit more grounded, right? As
Right.
grounded as giant monsters can be, right?
Right.
But with the Hollow Earth inclusion, it gave my stamp of approval. Yep, this is a sci-fi movie.
I'm glad
Yeah.
it was a sci-fi movie because I mean it's a monster movie, so you can only do so much realism in these movies. So I mean I'm glad it was a sci-fi movie sticking to its origins. Um, so I really enjoyed it. I got two more questions for you guys, and we'll wrap up. The first question is favorite human character.
I think Alexander Skarsgård's.
Skarsgård. Okay. All right. Tell me why Skarsgård. What did you like about his character?
I don't know. You see him in other movies and TV shows like True Blood and Tarzan. He's this
Uh huh.
big, tough, macho man. But in here, my man went a whole different direction. Like he seemed weak. He was scared of everything. He was
Very
scared of Kong.
unsure.
He was scared of Kong. Like he's like, we need him, but why are you backing away from him? And at the end where he nearly sacrificed himself to bring back Kong. Like that right there was great.
Okay. Okay. I see
That
you,
was
Nick.
great.
Okay. What about you, sir? Your favorite human character?
Gia. Gia, I don't know. I just thought she was really cool. She was just a different kind of character than we've seen in in a kaiju and a Godzilla movie. And that's because, and for everybody else listening in, me, Donald, and Nick have, well, we talk almost every day, on on Instagram and
Yeah.
chat about back and forth about these things. And I've shared this before that I've never actually been a real big fan of children in kaiju movies and Titan movies. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. Um, but with Gia, she, you know, she was in the story. She's part of the story, not just a side character, not just there for comic relief or anything. No, she was an integral part of the story, being able to communicate with Kong and get him to go along with all this other stuff. And I thought that was really cool. And also she was just great. She did a great job in that movie. So hands down, my favorite character there.
Yeah, my favorite character, it was Gia as well. I think she played a major role with her relationship with Kong. Because if you look at, the rest of the cast, who could you got to play that role that she played? Who could have that bond, with Kong? Who could give Kong that soft spot in his heart like she could. So
It
I
made it more
thought
personal.
yeah. So I thought that was really, really vital to keep, not only, Godzilla and Kong fans in tune, but just, fans in general to keep them in tune with Kong and in the story. So, I mean, I thought it was awesome how she was so close to him and how, he has those human characteristics where he has to build trust with humans, just like we have to build trust with someone. It takes us a while to trust someone. You just don't, trust someone like that. So I thought that was really, really good, and it was really, really good detail. So I would say Gia, definitely my favorite character in Godzilla versus Kong.
Yeah, I felt like Gia did fit perfectly into the movie. Not
Right.
like the Toho version where you had that kid that
Oh,
you see what you know what I'm
yeah,
talking
yeah,
with Gabra and stuff.
yeah.
Oh man, yeah.
That completely like mind.
Don't go there. Don't go there, Nick. Okay.
It just bothered me. I'm like, why? This made no sense.
So final question, uh, Mechagodzilla. How did you guys feel about him in this film, and what was his lasting impression on you guys? His impact.
Go, Nick.
I was listening to Serge.
I'll go. I'll
Yeah.
go first. I'll go first. Mechagodzilla to me, I'm not gonna lie. I had some concerns at first. I had some concerns because I'm like, wow, how are they gonna make it look? Because when Toho did it, because in their time, we like, look, we know this is sci-fi, but they made them look really, really cool. They made them look really, really good. So I'm like, how does they make this work on the big screen? Well, they made it work. Like, I love Mechagodzilla. Uh, he's more of like a Terminator. He's more like a Terminator kaiju with combat skills, right? Little taller than Godzilla, has an atomic beam. Just as strong. The way he can move and maneuver, I really enjoyed Mechagodzilla. It would have been even better had those toys not leaked and we saw him like just in the actual film. That would have been jaw dropping. But I mean, Mechagodzilla, man, he for the little time that he had, I mean, and I like the build up. They showed him here and there, here and there. But when he came to fight, man, he did damage. He went to war. He went to war. So I mean, he had a good impact on me. I like Mechagodzilla. I wouldn't mind seeing him again.
Okay, so not now. Now I know what I want to say. So to be honest, this Mechagodzilla, not my favorite design,
Mm-hmm.
but it was a good design. It was a great design. Kiryu is still my favorite design, but it was really good. This Mechagodzilla was really good. Yeah, there you go. More so, just how powerful he was, man, and how he really gave Godzilla a run for his money. Um, Everything else, I think it was very well executed. Where he came from, what he was very, very interesting, and his ties to Ghidorah or being Ghidorah. So I thought Mechagodzilla was great. Not my favorite design as far as how he looks, but
Right.
he was awesome.
Yeah, talking like that, like Serge said, the design, I felt like if they did the design looking more like Godzilla himself, would have been maybe just a little bit more better. But the way he is, like you saw his head, he didn't really look like Godzilla. He looked more like Ghidorah. If you actually
Yeah.
looked at it,
Okay.
his
Okay. I
head
can
was
see that.
Ghidorah's head. But as far as everything else goes, yeah, his design was pretty good. Can't match up to Kiyu or, you know, Mechagodzilla 2, where, they were all buffed up and everything, but his combat skills, phenomenal. That was all fast, rockets, jetpacks, the whole nine.
He can run.
His beam, his running, everything, and the way that him and Godzilla went charging at each other,
Yeah.
that was great. And then their beams going head to head, and then seeing that he lost his beam fight.
And that tail,
Oh yeah,
we
and
hadn't gotten a
then
tail like that before.
slamming
And
Godzilla from building to building.
Yeah, I was like, I felt so bad for Godzilla, and this is like one of the only few times I was rooting for Kong. I'm like, get up, my boy needs help. You need to do something. But no, I do like Kong. I know a lot of people mistake it because I like Godzilla more, but I do like Kong. But I thought another thing that was really, really cool is Adam Wingard remembered the rivalry between Godzilla and Mechagodzilla. They had their moment before Kong jumped into the battle. But overall, man, it was a really, really good film. If I had to rate it, I'd rate it a 9 out of 10. That's me. I enjoyed the film. It was really, really good. Really, really good.
I rated 9.5. I loved it.
Okay, you're gonna give it a 9.5. I'm gonna give it a 9.5 too. Sorry, whatever you give it, that's what I'm gonna give it.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10 only because King of the Monsters is 9.5 to me.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why. It's the only reason why. It's one of those things. Was it a perfect movie? No, there are no perfect movies. But I think what really makes a good movie is when you can watch it and not really be bothered by stuff while you're watching it. Everybody's gonna watch a movie and then afterwards think, well, maybe I don't. Now that I've seen it, I don't think this character got fleshed out enough. Maybe there was too much of this or too much of that. But during the movie, it was great. During movies, fine. I didn't. I did
Yeah.
not think. It did not think about, well, we needed more of this character or less of that character. We need more Godzilla. This is Kong's movie. That didn't bother me just because it was that well done. So, that being said, 9. Just because King of the Monsters is my favorite.
I'm still kind of back and forth between the two. But man, this was definitely fun. So those who are watching, you'll be able to catch us every Thursday at 7. Those who are on different time zones, you know what time that is. Wherever you live at, wherever you stay at. Uh, but like I said, we'll be on every week. This is Donald Gully from the Godzilla Nerds, also joined by my boys. Y'all can go ahead.
Nick,
Serge.
And we the Godzilla Nerds. Y'all can join our podcast and peace out.